I don't really think there's any other way to start this video aside from just kind of getting into it. I'm just going to give you a quick recap of the situation and what happened, and then I'll go into the things that I found. So on September 9th, the police found a decomposed and dismembered body in a Tesla inside a Hollywood tow yard, which was registered to a very popular artist named David. So according to a neighbor, the Tesla was originally abandoned on Bluebird Avenue for weeks, and then it was supposedly moved to Hollywood Hills for about 72 hours before it got towed. So apparently workers and neighbors there said that there was a very foul smell coming from the Tesla, and one even claimed that it smelled like sewage. So then they called the police to come and check it out. That's when they ended up finding the body. Law enforcement claims that the body had likely been there for an extended period of time. So at the time the body wasn't identified, I found out that the body was discovered while David was on tour. I didn't really know what to make of the whole situation. Whatever it was, it didn't make sense. Why would this dismembered body be found in the trunk of this guy's Tesla? I just needed to wait until there was at least a little bit more information to come out. Then on September 17th, the body was identified to be a girl by the name of Celeste, who was 15 years old. And supposedly she went missing in April of 2024. See, now the biggest question is, why would some random 15-year-old girl be found dismembered in David's car? You know, obviously it doesn't make a lot of sense, but there was not a lot of information at the time until the world's greatest detective came out to play, the internet. Immediately, one of the first things they found is that David and Celeste shared a similar tattoo, a tattoo that says shh on the inside of the index finger. I don't know how weird it is for David to have this tattoo, because apparently Rihanna, Lindsay Lohan, Lily Allen, and Neymar all have this exact same tattoo. So I don't know if it's necessarily telltale evidence that he has the tattoo, but a 13 to 14-year-old having this tattoo is definitely a little suspicious. It's definitely a little weird. Within the same article, I also found out that the mom also claimed that her daughter had a boyfriend named David. And I kind of just realized that it was just a matter of time until all of this just gets connected. And within the same day, my feed just was flooded. Every hour there was something new. Like, the first thing I saw was David asking if Celeste was in his community server. As you can see here, he sent this message in 2022. It seems like he knew of a person named Celeste, so he's very clearly tied to a person named Celeste, which is immediately not a good look by any means whatsoever. I also found this Redditor under a thread talking about when the body was discovered before the body was identified. He claims that David was dating an 8th grader by the name of C, and that he bribed her friends to keep quiet about their relationship. He even referred to her as C before it was identified, so he knew that it was Celeste. He also claimed that she'd been missing for over a month, and he came back to clarify that his sister and her friends lost contact with Celeste earlier mid-August. Now, the thing about bribing her friends to keep quiet about their relationship, there could possibly be some weight to it, because someone released this picture claiming that David was bribing these kids to keep quiet about him and Celeste's relationship. I'm not sure how credible this is, just because I can't really tell what is going on in this picture, and it kind of just looks like he's talking to somebody, so there isn't really any telltale evidence here, but I just thought I'd show this just in case. But what's really interesting is that I initially thought that David was on tour when the girl could have been murdered. So I decided to check when his Wither tour started, and it lines up almost perfectly. I don't know how reliable it is, because this is obviously some random guy on Reddit, but the cops are saying the body has been in the Tesla for an extended period of time. Neighbors are saying the Tesla had been abandoned for weeks. Now, this guy is saying that his sister and her friends weren't able to make contact with Celeste since early August. This is just way too much of a coincidence. Like, it does not look good whatsoever. There is just too much here aligning to not be in David's favor. And also on the same day, people also started finding an abundance of evidence of them together. There's these pictures of them on FaceTime with some random people. Apparently people hacked into his iCloud and leaked a bunch of pictures and videos of them together. It seems like there were some Instagram stories, I think from Celeste's part. I'm not sure. I can't really see the handle in this. There's also a Discord DM of this guy talking to David and sending him a picture of David and some girl together, and David responds by calling this person a Fed. First of all, why would David call this guy a Fed for no reason? Like, if it's literally not what it looks like, then there's no reason to be calling him that. But very clearly, David knows that what he's doing is wrong and that he could be called out for this. Very clearly so far, there is already a lot of evidence that ties David to Celeste. In all these pictures, you can see it's the same girl in the missing poster. It's the same hair, same general facial structure. The other things that I found was she was apparently seen on Jason the Ween's stream, introducing herself to Jason. I don't know necessarily what ties he had to this. I'm just going to assume he was negligent of the whole situation. She was also seen in another stream wearing supposedly the exact same hoodie that is on the missing poster. See, I've heard a lot of things of it being a different Celeste. Even Jason went live yesterday as of recording this and said that the person he met was a different person. And so honestly, maybe just for the last 2 stream clips that I just showed, maybe just take them with a grain of salt. I'm not sure how much I believe that it's someone different, just because David is also present in these clips, but I could honestly be wrong, so I just take that with a grain of salt, as you will. But if what I've showed you so far is not enough for you, people also found an old VOD of him asking his mods to delete all VODs, and I'll just play the clip really quickly.
Are we done? Are we?
We need to delete this.
Are we? Mods, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too? Can we delete? Can we delete everything? You done for, bro? Y'all are not done? Now you gonna abstain? Yo, wait.
Oh, look at
See, this is absolutely fucking insane. Like, his chat is just keeps saying that he's done for, he's going on the Epstein list, like, and then asking your mods to delete all your VODs. Like, bro, you only do that shit if you know you're doing something wrong. So very clearly here, he's posted up with some girl that looks exactly like the girl in the missing poster and is telling his mods to delete all VODs about him with this girl, while also being told that he belongs on Epstein's island and he's done for. See, it's crazy because he just like very clearly did not try to hide her very well. It seems like a handful of his fans knew, just judging off his chat. A lot of people just keep calling him out. It's insane. There's a lot of people that seem to have known, even people in his Discord server. It seems like a lot of them just knew and didn't really say much. It's just weird, doesn't look good. And lastly, a TikTok went viral of a teacher talking about how Celeste was in his classroom, and he supposedly has a picture of her in his classroom and David in his classroom. And he also claims that Celeste met David on social media and that she ran away the first time with him to LA, and then the cops brought her back to her hometown, and then she ended up running away the second time, and the next time he saw her was on the news. So already then it's way too many coincidences that are lining up. It is just, there was just too much here to digest. Now, speaking of coincidences, I'm really surprised by this one, but apparently XQC decided to do some detective work. I'm surprised he was this interested, but respect to him, because he found out that David released a song every single year on her birthday, September 7th.
Case correct. Everything lines up. Guys, you're talking about, chat, what would be the odds of this? 365 times 365. We're talking about 1 out of 133,000. This is his last tweet. We're talking about a mathematical anomaly. It's planned.
He even released the romantic homicide video on her birthday as well. Honestly, do not get me started on his music videos. The amount of Celeste lookalikes in his music videos is honestly really weird. Like in the Here With Me music video, he has a girl who resembles Celeste. In the Sleep Well music video, he has another girl that resembles Celeste. In the One More Dance video, honestly, the weird one about this one is that he has like a scene of him dumping a body in the trunk of his car, which is fucking diabolical. Absolutely fucking weird. Obviously this is not hard evidence because this video was uploaded way before all of this, but it just feels like really odd foreshadowing. It's just really weird, you know, like I don't really know how else to describe it. It's just creepy, like the amount of Easter eggs that he has. And I also saw that he released a EP in 2023 called Lost Petals, which was a day after her birthday, and the lyrical content in it is honestly quite absurd. All of it is basically just heartbreaking, depressing music that seems very directed towards one individual. It's all just about someone that broke his heart. Knowing that he did have a relationship with this person, let's look at the things that he was saying on this EP. Assuming it was written about her, I'm going to assume it was, but you, me against the world, and now the world is against me. Might be a bit of a reach, but I feel like it's him saying that the world would never accept his relationship with her, because I mean, yeah. The craziest one is honestly this one. Heartless woman, time-consuming, headache-inducing whore. That's all that you are. That's all that you ever were. I think that she turned just 13 when this released, and this is absolutely crazy to say about a 13-year-old. Like, what leads you to feeling this strongly and malicious towards a 13-year-old? See, I feel like the reason that it makes sense that it's about her is that this literally dropped a day after her birthday. As we can see, that there's been very clear evidence that they did have a relationship together, and it's very clearly speaking towards one person, so I'm honestly pretty positive these are about her. If that's not, then I'll concede my point. But as of now, there's just too many things for me to not believe that it is about her. Now, moving past the release stuff, I have an absolute bombshell. he has a whole unreleased song that leaked that is literally just titled Celeste, which was recorded in December of 2023. If you needed any more evidence to prove that he's tied to this girl, I mean, I think this is it. This song is available online somewhere. I don't think I can play it here, but let's just go through the lyrics. Oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. Bro, afraid you'll only love me when undressed. This motherfucker is our generation's R. Kelly, because it's honestly appalling. Like, this song literally leaked the day the body was identified. It literally didn't even take 24 hours. And then I found out that he for sure is definitely really involved into this scenario. Moving on to other unreleased songs, I found this song called What's Real that previewed in March of 2025 with him saying, "Nobody ever caught me, but I spoke it too soon," which looks so fucking weird. Some people might not think it is, but in light of everything that I've covered so far, I think that it is pretty fucking weird. It feels like he's just publicly admitting that he did something wrong and that he's surprised that he's not been caught for it yet. He also has a song called Drink and Drive that he previewed in January of 2023, and the first line of the chorus is actually fucking insane. It looks horrible. Are you still under the car? Like, this song leaking, it just looks so bad. And verse 2 looks just as bad. I mean, she didn't deserve to go, and then I'll be crying in this jail cell tonight, dreaming, wishing I was the one to die. So it looks like he's just implying that he ruined their lives and he wishes it was him instead of her. I don't know. Obviously, it's just music. It's kind of hard to use it as hard evidence, but a lot of his music is about her. Like, for example, like if we use Romantic Homicide, we knew they were in a relationship by that point. The I Don't Care How Long It Takes, and then also as well as like using her lookalikes for music videos kind of signifies that he is talking about her. So I don't really think it's unfair to use his own lyrics against him, but there's just so many layers to it. It's kind of hard to use it as hard evidence, but I think since the fact that his music is about her, it kind of allows for it in a way. And then lastly, the song that leaked that I think is probably the worst and most telling of it all is Love for Felony. Dark hair, brown skin, love that melanin. So he's very clearly describing her from what it seems like, judging off of the images I've seen of her. He's describing her. And then the cherry on top of it all, I don't care about the law when I'm with you because I be breaking it all the time. So he's very blatantly saying that he knows what he's doing is wrong and he does not care. Bro, lock this man up. Like, this right here is enough of an admission. But the one thing that doesn't make sense to me though is the dates of these songs that leaked or when they were recorded. Because yes, they were all recorded while he knew her, but none of it, it's like foreshadowing, you know? Like, it doesn't really like he said a lot of this stuff before it happened, you know? So I don't know. Like, the still under the car thing, obviously she wasn't, you know, she was still with us at the time. And then nobody ever caught me, but I spoke it too soon. Maybe he could just be alluding to the fact that he has a relationship with a minor, but I don't know. But not definitive evidence, of course, but makes his character look very weird. I think that's generally everything I found. I'm sure there will probably be way more that will come out. I decided to wait like a day just before making this video just to see if anything new would come out, and it seems like it's kind of died down a little bit. I'll only make a follow-up if any new information comes out, and assuming that it is quite a lot. I apologize if any of my interpretations or information I showed is false. I also apologize if I missed anything important as of uploading it, and I'm just going to make it clear that I'm not going to sit here and definitively say that he did it, but I think that we see that he was engaged in a relationship with her and that she was found in his car. It looks absolutely fucking horrible. It looks terrible on his part. My prayers and love go out to her family and friends. I've attached their GoFundMe just so anybody can show some support. It was really horrible making this video. I apologize if my tonality was pretty monotone throughout it. I just don't really know how to be energetic, you know, talking about a topic like this, but I just wanted to come on here and say that, you know, it's really easy to get in a toxic and abusive relationship, especially when you're younger. You know, you don't know about what's right and what's wrong. So please, I urge you to educate yourself on what healthy relationships are. I understand that the toxicity may be fun for some of you, but please do not neglect this. It could so easily be you. It's easy to think that it could never be you. You know, I've known a handful of people that told me that that would never be me, and then I see them end up in that exact situation. You know, like in an era where I think mental health is pretty heavily regarded, I want you to take the responsibility to educate yourself to the best of your ability. In the description, I'll have attached some resources that I think are useful. You know, you can think it's corny, but I don't really think it's corny to know what you deserve and to have strong relationships in your life. So please just take even 10 minutes out of your day to just educate yourself, because who knows, it could be a difference between honestly life and death. Anyways, I appreciate you watching my video. I'm sorry that I've been gone for a while, and I hope that I'll be talking to you guys real soon.